Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Cup Series here for our usual Saturday night racing. And this is at the Magic Mile, the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Welcome, everyone. And this is a very fun track here for this field. Honestly, New Hampshire is a very technical track. Hello, Hulk. How are you doing today? A very technical track. This is I wouldn't say the hardest oval in the game. I definitely think there are other tracks that are harder than this. I mean, Talladega, is the most skill-intensive track on the game. I mean, we all know that. So I think it's one of those things that I think we kind of just have to kind of look at the second best of the rest right here, and that is New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So definitely, I feel like our drivers will be tested, especially when it comes to patience, because it is so hard in order to pass here. And I should reemphasize, pass here cleanly. Looking on through the field, we have a variety of different people here joining us. Some for the sportsmen coming up here for the first time, like Always Freedom, Nice Freedom Flyer, in case you don't know that name. But also a couple repeats, like Bass Buck, but also Terrell, and also Little Chris is going to be here in the field. So I'm going to unpause the timer. Joining me up here in the booth is, as per usual, our resident in-race reporter. 17 drivers in the field, Nathan. What was it going to take in order to move on up to the front?
Tire conservation. Right rear tire. I don't.
Well, with no stages, of course, there's no guaranteed yellows in this 150 lap race. Not sure what's confusing, Hulk. It is 150 laps from green to checkers. If be a little more specific, I can be more than happy to explain it. But yes, I'm gonna back it on out right here, and we are a-okay. But this is New Hampshire having the right rear tire, very flat track. There is some banking, of course, but having uh, I'll definitely say a tighter preset is definitely going to pay dividends on the long run. However, I know most people will probably run, and at least attempt, a 5 preset, which is, very middle of the road. And these guys are definitely going to try to get the most out of their right rear tires earlier in the run, and then just kind of play a little bit of catch up later on. But I do want to point out now that we do have a couple people starting in the rear that may make an impact later on. Lil Chris, of course, leading our Sportsman Monday standings. He's starting P15. Mopower Cat, UK, P16. Now, we've been here before when it has come to both lights and also Challenger. We've been here on both occasions. Having that is a big basically folded up in a coupon and pocket it, because having a good not truck, I almost said truck, car on the long run, you will definitely play dividends. So Elite is going to be on pole tonight, and you can definitely see everyone just kind of slowing on down in order to get into turn one very effectively. Blakey T on the outside here. He's also, Nathan, I don't know if you recall, but he is actually one of those drivers that is so good here on the long runs. He is he's actually won here before in the lights series, so he definitely knows how to get it done here. Coming up on the high side, the 24 of Elite is on. You would sort of think the bottom side is the preferred. No, it's actually the top. But as Blakey T kind of blows the corner a little bit of contact going right behind. Oh, that Blakey T, the Forest Cyber has to back on out. That is not how you want to take that corner. Very rough lap 2 for this bunch right here. But look at all of this going side by side. Where are you at this current juncture? Let me try to find you.
P10.
There you are. Well, and look at who's right behind you. The 18 of UK, who started P16, is all the way up here. But he gets rammed by the 48 of Little Chris. Oh, that's definitely not music to his ears right there. He is definitely going to be a little bit, hacked off. He'll probably repay the favor knowing how UK operates. But, the 48, oh my goodness, the absolute schmoves that he is putting on some people, definitely. Of course, he is one of our sportsman guys coming on up, I should say, from Monday. So definitely, he's got to just kind of watch it on out. But right behind, who has a eye full of everything going on in front of him, is the 6 of Packers. The 18 is directly in front of him. So the 6 of Packers, knowing how he is, you can never count this guy out. Being, oh wow, big lag spike right there. You can see, weirdly enough, Packers actually lagging. Weird how that actually works out sometimes. But the 6 is so good on the long runs in terms of saving that right rear. So if he can actually go and get some track position and actually run some good laps, I know he can actually really extend those tires. And in a 150 lap race here, Nathan, what are we looking at right here? This is pretty much a two-stopper, right?
Should be. You get about 43 laps to a fuel. So I can't do the math that quick in my head, but 8.
Right.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3.
So basically, like, let's just say, because with fuel, depending on even if your tires can make the entire stint, that's the big question mark. If your tires can even go that entire distance, if you can do like 45, it'll be 45, 90, and then, well, then you're a little bit soft from there. So essentially, these guys are probably going to be doing a 3-stopper then, more than likely. Ooh, the 88 puts the 12 into the wall right there. Oh, that is going to be very interesting. The 88 not happy with the 12 of Tansby Vegas. That is Liam, in case you don't realize. But yeah, definitely going to have to watch on out and how that's going to shake on out. 19 of Blakey T has dropped to P6 in this current juncture. In fact, actually, we have a battle for the lead going on, and this is actually a battle for the championship points lead right here. This is the 24 of Elite versus the 1 of Xander right here. Xander has won the past 2 races. He's been on a bit of a tear. In fact, actually, Elite has yet to lead a lap the past 2 races. Something or other has gone amok for him in these past 2 races, but he's been able to go and have a decent run right here. And actually, look at this. You have the 74 of Bassbuck here in the podium places. That is Xander's best friend right there. He's definitely going to be trying to make his way forward. Then right behind him is right behind him is actually the Forest Cyber. I'm sorry, that is the Pro League scheme right here. Having a not so much a like a slow day. Of course, he started P4. He's still in P4, but everyone else has either made up or lost some spots. So definitely, he can actually make it on up. Hulk, I'm not sure why you're the only one chatting. Probably because everyone else is listening. So yeah, I'm not sure. Good talk. Good talk. Am I right, Nathan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this ain't a regular Twitch stream, you know, where like, oh, you know, thank you for the bits. You know, after 100, you know, I'll show a part of my body. You know, like I'm what? Like this is a league stream. I don't know what you imagined what you imagined when you came in here. But yeah, so kind of looking through the field right here, the 43 and the 48. Oh my God, the 48 giving the bumper to the rear of the 43 of Justin Shackett. Just in front of them, though, is the 18 of Mopal Cat. He is definitely making his way through the field. That is P1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's P9 right now. So he is, a big moment for, I do believe, that is the 22 of Freedom Flyer. Allows the 19 of Agent, or I saw the 19, I thought of you. Of the 19 of Blakey T right here, go in order to get a good run. And then right behind him is actually the 48 of Lil Chris. So there's technically 2 48s in here. I actually just now realized that. So when we saw a custom for Terrell pop on out, I didn't actually realize that he was 48, and there's also an IRL 48 in this field, so I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, massive battle going on for P7 right here. The 2 custom cars of Terrell and Freedom Flyer are actually going at it. I apologize, that's for P7 for this current moment. And there's fireworks going on right outside. I don't know if you guys heard that going on, but yeah, there's fireworks at August 6th, so I don't know what we're celebrating, but, you know, whatever, right? God bless America. Let's see here. What's Nathan? Take it over for a hot second. How's the car feeling early in this race?
It was really tight to begin with. I tend to run a lower preset here, just because I'm terrible. So I need all the stability in the long run that I can get. But it's starting to free up a little bit. Feel pretty decent on corner exit, a little better in the center of the corners.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you're P13 in the moment, correct?
12.
P12. I apologize about that. So yeah, okay, that means little Chris is P10. Of course, you're battling with your best friend Mike. So yeah, of course, you two just always seem to find each other. The 8 and 88, whether it's this league or in others, you two just end up finding each other. And don't
Every
forget,
race.
every single race, every single time, you two just magnetized. But checking on up with our resident cat right here. This is the 18 of Mopal cat who has caught the front pack right here, and he's going to be starting to set up the 22 of Freedom Flyer here. You can tell, and the reason I keep talking about UK is I know how good he is at New Hampshire. He talks himself down so much. He's probably listening to this. He talks himself down at New Hampshire, but quite literally, it's the flat tracks. Like, it's very much like a bigger Martinsville. Is that weird to say?
No, I would agree to that.
Like, New Hampshire is a bigger Martinsville, and he's like godlike at Martinsville. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know how good UK can be at this track. But whether or not he actually lets himself talk like that is a whole different situation. A change for the lead, though. The one of Xander has taken the top spot right there. That is now 5 bonus points to add to his bucket. And currently, in this, if this was like the end of the race right here, the one would have gained 5 points on his competition right here for the 24 in order to get the championship lead. 19 points actually is what he entered the race as, and right now it would be dropped down to 13 here as we are fast approaching halfway through the season. Man, this season's flying.
Yeah, it is.
Race 6 of 16 here. We have 2 more before we have technically a 2-week off. Well, points paying races. Of course we have the All-Star mixed in with that low juncture, but essentially 2 weeks off for points paying races, and then we're back in full swing for race 9, and we're going all the way to the end of the season at Homestead. So right now it's the front 2 pack, but then this battle for P3 goes all the way down to P9. The 74 Bass has it. Cyber wants it. The 19 of Blakey T also wants it. So does Terrell. So does Story Square. So does UK. So does Freedom Flyer. Literally, P3 all the way to P9. 7 cars, literally all battling for the same spot. Now, what's really going to be the difference maker is when these guys come on down in order to get tires. I am a strong advocate for the basically run it on out. The later in the run that you are able to extend this stint, the better. So I think if you guys can actually, like, maybe, well, since you said the fuel run's what, 43?
I think that's what it was.
Technically, the fuel rule won't allow for a 2-stop, so this is a 3-stopper here. But you don't want to just split it into thirds, because you can actually get away with maybe even a no tire stop. I always talk about a no tire stop later on in the run, but you never know what you can get away with as UK makes up another spot. It looks like the 37 of Story Square is getting super loose. So interesting how this is going to work out here. But I guess as we kind of go on, and what lap are we on right now?
128 to go.
128 to go. So that is lap 30?
23.
40. We're on lap 43 already?
2-3.
20. Okay, never mind. We're on lap 23 right now. All right, so halfway through this fuel run right here, the 4 of Cyber finally gets the spot on the 74 of Bass, but the 19 of Blakey T is actually going to get a little bit aggressive, and the 4 of Cyber is going to slam that door shut on Bass in order to get that P3, but he lost a crap ton of time. I don't know exactly how much that is, but it looks to be about 2 seconds worth, comparatively speaking to the top two. The top two have just drove away from this battle for P3, and now everyone is going to be trying to get past as quickly as possible in order to have some inkling of a shot at the dub right here. Now, New Hampshire is very interesting of getting on the pit road. There goes the 48 of Terrell, getting a little bit loose. He's going to drop a little bit of spots right here. The 18 of UK getting really... Actually, wise move, actually. He gets 2 for the price of 1 right there, but he gets crazy loose. He's going to kind of ping-pong off of Bass, and same thing with Terrell. So that... oh my goodness, that could have been really bad right there. But wonderful car control right here. But that is New Hampshire, honestly. It is so hard to pass cleanly. That was one of my pre-race notes right here. You have to be really alert and really on the nose when it comes to your braking. As the tires start wearing, the stopping power of how far and how quickly you can actually bring these tires will diminish, and they will just, and what I mean by diminish, they will just absolutely just go, and suddenly you will be smoking those tires going into each of the turns. There goes the 22. He is currently 1 lap down right here. The 12 of Tansby Vegas is not for position. The 22 is a lap down. Everyone else is still on the lead lap. Let's see here. What other battles are going on right here? Looks like the 18 of UK must have had some kind of mishap because he's now back behind Freedom Flyer and all of them. So he's going to be trying to gain those places yet again. But we do have the 22 is wrecked there in the middle of 3 and 4, or is that a DNF from him? We'll have to see. Trying to find out. Nope, he is trying to go to pit road. So that's what's going on with him. So we have a big, interesting implication here. Basically, we have this front pack that is all by their lonesome, and then we have the second pack that is all by their lonesome. So we have 1st through 9th on the same straight, and then you have 10th on the other straight. Trying to find P. Okay. So P10 is Locris, and then we have P11, which is Packers. And kudos to Packers. Absolutely just Chonglin right here. He is actually doing a great job. But he lost a little bit too much time probably battling with WRX Mike and Shackett. But Packers is... Hey, he's on the power rankings for a reason. Never count this guy out. He has 2 MRL Cup wins. And the 42 of Hunty has pit right there. Interesting for his first stop. So he's down away for his first stop right here. This is a 3-stopper over race, so these guys are at on their own prerogative on when they want to come on down. A big battle between the 74 of Bass and the 37 of Story Square coming on off at 2 right here. The 18 is just trying to look on right here. And then you also have a battle for P3 going back on. You have the 4 of Cyber versus the 19 of Blakey T. These guys are absolutely neck and neck right here. These are Mopower teammates, mind you, with the other 48 of Terrell right behind. He really charged the corner right there. He's actually going to be hurting on corner exit, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing out of these guys. And you have the second pack right there. The 37 of Stories were getting crazy loose coming off of 2. The 74 of Bass is going to try to capitalize off that. The 18 kind of gasses it in order to get that corner exit speed. There goes the 74. Having that high side momentum will come out door to door with the 37. Going into turn 1, the 37 is going to kind of go in slow in, fast out, but the 74 will have the momentum. But the 37 is still there, so he can't quite take that line. But the 37 takes a little bit of a throttle and has to save it. So that is spot for literally the 74 of Bass, the 18 and the 22 of Freedom Flyer, as the 37 of Story Square now drops to P9. Make that P8 again as the 22 of Freedom Flyer grinds the wall. Let's see here. Nathan, you're catching Justin Shackett.
I'm trying to.
Now, you have said plenty of times that this is not your best track. Why do you think, honestly?
I don't know. It's one of those tracks that has never clicked with me.
Well, I'll tell you what though. I should probably pull up my stats and points book and all that. So hang on, let me pull that up. I mean, you're sitting very pretty in points. I should mind you. You're sitting P4 in the standings. However, you are in a massive battle. I should point on out with Cyber and Blakey T. Just through sheer consistency, you are 2 points behind P3 in the standings, and then 21 above Blakey T. So, I mean, there's still a lot on the line right here. And then you have WRX Mike, who's in P6 with 733. He's also in a massive points battle with Packers. With Packers currently going to be having the better of him by being one spot higher up on track. In fact, let's go back on board Packers. There he is, and there is the 88 WRX Mike. Two drivers already on out of this race? Question mark? The 42 of Hunty is, the 22 of Freedom Flyer also is. So hey, that's a spot. That's two spots actually, because both of them were in the top. They were in the top. Well, Hunty wasn't, unfortunately, but the 22 of Freedom Flyer is. So that is a spot literally for the entire field. Right there. I wonder why. In fact, let's go check the Discord and see if anything's said about that. Nothing I'm seeing. Oh, I should also mention we have two DNFs. Got killed on lap 1 again. Yikes. We have two last place points being put in for the race right here. That is Broadcaster Clay as well as pardon me, as well as BS 14 cars. So both of those drivers having the benefit of last place points. So depending on who left first, whether it was the 42 of Hunty or the 22 of Freedom Flyer, whoever left first, the last place point starts one position behind them. So there are 17 drivers in this field. They'll either get 17th place points or 18th place points. Pretty simple. The 18 of UK making another spot right here, or at least trying to. The 74 looks like got crazy loose coming off the 2. The 18 is going to slam that door shut, and the 74 is going to have to just kind of ride as he gets crazy tight coming off of turn 4. So he will try to catch the top 3, as I should check back in with the top 2 in this current juncture, which are absolutely gone. Xander and Elite have checked on out with the rest of the field. You can still see them in the background right there, but come pit stops, that may start to shrink right here. Nathan, how many more laps should we expect until pit stops?
I have 6 laps of fuel, but 12% on my right rear.
So these guys
are at that point in time.
Yeah, these guys are probably going to be pitting for tires more so than pitting for fuel, which is honestly expected. New Hampshire is pretty much like that. So having a having that benefit, and in fact, actually, you can see the 43 of Shackett is going to be the first one of the main lap leaders here to go and get that done. One of Xander is not liking what he sees. He has the lagging 12 as well as the 22 that is both in front of him. So these guys are definitely just trying to stay on out of the way, and the one's just saying thank you very much for not getting in my way right there. The 24 now is going to have to do that. It looks like Blake T has made his way into P3 right here. The 24 of Elite may be pitting this time. In fact, let's go try to go on board with him for a hot second. Nope, he is not. So I guess I was feeding you guys false information. I apologize. But the 4, though, is, so there he goes. Then you also have the 74 of Bass and the 48 Low Chris. So definitely, these guys are going to have to think about pit stops here soon. Let's see, from the 37 to Story Square. The 18 of UK is going to stop. So same thing with the 37. So these guys are going to be stopping here soon. But you have the 24 of Elite as well as... I guess Terrell is also coming on down. UK is, well, being very careful to not speed right there. Which, by the way, Nathan, don't speed.
I did.
Okay, well, there you go. One more. Packers being so aggressive getting on the pit lane, and he will hit that mark right there. Basically everyone's on the pits right now. Not seeing who all is not. The 48 and the 74 right there. Looks like the 24 is just ahead of them. Seeing where everyone is right here. The 18 technically is in the 48's box, but you know, whatever. Looks like the 1 is also on pit lane. Yeah, basically everyone is on pit lane right here. The 24 is already off on pitting 1 lap earlier than the 1. Or maybe the 1 just hasn't stopped yet. Well, I guess we'll find out now here. But he is off of pit lane. So there is P3, and you can see the 24 basically coming on out where everyone is, or I guess was running. Looks like the 48 Lil Chris was actually able to jump the 18. That's just through 1 lap pressure tires, though. The 74 and the 48 Lil Chris, these two have a history. Watch on out to see what's going to happen between these two. Because on Mondays, I will say that blood levels has indeed been risen to a boiling point between these two. So definitely no quarter will be given between them. And in fact, UK is right behind in order to kind of give a full spectator's view of that. Someone is out on pit lane.
For the record, Mike led a lap right there.
Ah, that's 5 bonus points. That's only going to hurt him, though, in the long run. Ooh, the 40 just collapsed. The 18, in fact, the 18 goes spinning. The 18 goes spinning, and that will maybe bring out a caution? No. Oh, my goodness. The 18 gets caught up in the 48's mistake. The 74 was there and gets the 18 involved, and oh, my goodness. Just being caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, my goodness. The 18 has had no luck this season. Let's see here. Kind of going on through the rest of the field right now. Not a whole lot of major battles going on. Of course, there's different drivers like alongside each other and trying to make up as much time as possible. But no one is really. No one's like within like spitting distance of each other. So
Jack and Mike are pretty close.
Yeah, I see that, but Mike has fresher tires, so he'll more than likely pull away. But I should also remind is that while I'm on board with the 88 and the 43, I can see the 1 getting ever so closer. In fact, there he is right there. You have the 22, who I do think is 3 laps down now. I could be mistaken on that. They're sandwiched in between the 1 and the 24. Just one of those things that you can see that... I guess the 1 and the 24 are, I mean, they're the championship favorites for a reason. The 18 definitely doing all he can in order to make up that time, but he's going to have a lot of work to do because his competition is coming off of 4 and he is going into 3, so he's basically a set of corners behind. I know he has the pace to do it, but will he have the time? So the 19 of Blakey T does actually get the spot on the 4 of Cyber. So it looks like he is now going to be trying to lap the 12 of Liam coming up here. So he is P3 in this current juncture. The 4 in P4. And then you have Terrell there in P5. The 48 of Lil Chris P6. The 74 of Bass P7. And then you have the 37 of Swordsburg P8. P9 is currently UK. P10 will be Packers. P11 will be WRX Mike with the 43 is Shackett right behind him. That is our P12, and yours P13, correct, Nathan? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So that means P14 is Liam. P15 is
Napier.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 laps down. Oh, I apologize. I thought he was 3. And then we have the DNFs of some of either Freedom Flyer first, and then Hunty, or Hunty and then Freedom Flyer. Like I said, that's gonna be interesting to know because we'll have to find out where the last place point starts working. We do have a new comment. Xander saying, "Let's go GMI." I thought I saw a UK comment, but I guess not. All right, never mind. There's the 22 again right there. So it looks like Terrell must have got involved with something right here. So Terrell's going to try to make the move right here on the 12, allowing the 4 of Cyber to kind of get a good run and maybe set something up for Blake T, but those three are essentially really evenly spaced right now. Not a whole lot going on. The 1 and the 24, or I guess I should say the 24 is actually starting to put a little bit of pressure on the 1 because he is actually starting to run the 1 down. I gotta stop speaking like alliterations. I hate the English language. Run the 1 down. But he is starting to close the gap. So this race is far from over in terms of the winner. Same thing can be said for P3. Let's take a lap on board with Xander to see what we can kind of gauge. All right, and let's go with Elite now. I like how during that whole segment I lost 3 viewers. Literally in the span of hey, you know what? Sometimes it'd be like that. If no one talks for literally a minute, oh man, the viewership just goes down the tanker. So what I learned from right there is that Xander is super aggressive getting onto into the corners, which he has every right to. But looks like Elite is actually able to kind of let off and just almost coasts a lot better through the corners. He's a lot better in terms of the flow of the track, honestly, and that's probably the best way I can describe it. The 24 lets it roll more in the center, while the 1 of Xander relies on braking in order to get the car rotated throughout the corners. So it's really interesting how the 24 has almost hit a switch, and it was the 1 that was dominant. Now it seems to be the 24. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see how that's going to roll here. Checking back in with our resident P3 battle, the 4 of Cyber. Going to try to get the pass done on the 19 of Blake T. Goes to the high side. That is the preferred line around here. And you can actually see that coming off of turn 4, if he can keep that, he will go a little bit. Yep, there he goes. Now the door with the 19. How aggressive will they be into the corner? The 4 looks like misses the corner just a hot second. Gets the car rotated. He's a little bit tight. The 19's loose. And just like that, that is how you do a pass. So, because of that, we have a... let's not go on board with Xander for a hot second. Let's go on board with Basfuck. What happened to him? Looks like he's been left in the dust by the 48 of Lil Chris. In fact, actually, it looks like same thing with the 37 of Story Square. After everything was all said and done, the 18 has actually ran him back down. So, hey, you know what? Sometimes it'd be like that. So I should also mention let's talk about the average finishes for a hot second. So let's talk about stats. Oh, everyone's favorite. So I guess this is an opportunity to lose viewers. Now it's probably the time. Stats. We have Elite Precision, who has currently finished in every points-paying race on the podium. He has yet to miss a race that he has yet to podium. That is an insane thing to me. However, and you have Xander, his worst finish has been 7th at Pocono. That's because he sped. But he was in a winning position, but he sped coming in the last stop. And honestly, that may be a difference maker so far in why they are so far apart in terms of points. Now, when I say so far apart, I mean it's 19 points. That's nothing. That's like 3 positions. 3 positions in a lap led. That is an incredibly close points battle here, especially since it's only race 6. And I also, funnily enough, the amount of times that they finished like part and parcel to each other has actually been 0. Funnily enough, they have never finished like side by side with each other in terms of finishes. It's always been at least one car separation between each other. So either one driver, like Elite, is either earning so many points over the one, or the one's earning so many points over the 24. Weird how that works out sometimes. In fact, as we see going on lapping traffic right here, the one and the 24, they're closer than ever. The 24 can literally smell the armpit of Xander Zidell right now. So I don't know. That's a fetish, is what I learned lately. Nathan, do you know that was a fetish?
I did not, but I believe it, honestly. There's some weird people out there.
Yeah, there are some weird people out there, like straight up like sniffing armpits. Anyway, let's get off of that. Yeah, that is a fetish though, and we have the 248s that are connected. So this is always weird. Like I said, it's like one of those things that just sometimes works. The 248s have found each other here, and because of that, the 19 has been really under pressure. I don't know if it's just because of the long run car, or if it's just because of just battling for so long has used up a little bit of some in his tank. But he's now being challenged by the 48 of Terrell, with the other 48 of Wilcris right behind. Let's go on board with UK, who has passed the 37 of Story Square and is starting to set his sights on Bass. So kind of set a little bit of where everyone is in terms of position, or on track, I should say. The 74 of Bass is that little red car right there. That's next up for position. That is for P7. Then you have these guys, which are P6 all the way to P3, and that is as they're entering turn 3, or sorry, coming off turn 4. UK is entering turn 3, so they're about a front stretch behind. Yeah, see, going into turn 1, coming off turn 4. There we go. So set of corners behind, yada yada yada. So let's kind of go on board with our resident sleeper artist right here. Resident old man. Where is he at? There he is. Packers is still on the lead lap right now. Still sitting in a mighty P10, but the 88. Well, never mind. Okay, I should probably get off of him because he just ground the outside wall, and he's actually being chased down by the 88. Never mind. Let's go on board with Shackett. So Shackett, you can. I guess Nathan, you made the astute notion that Shackett's there's car
Packers
spinning.
wrecked. You.
Oh wow. Okay, well that could be our first caution of the race. Yep.
You had to jinx him, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was he probably hit that turn 1, or that front stretch glitch that I was talking about. Hey, that thing's dangerous. I mean, there is a glitch on the front stretch. If you hit it, it literally just stops. You just stop, and I guess that's what happened right there. So, hey.
Shackett got so lucky.
Oh, that the caution came out after. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I thought you still had the lucky dog.
Shackett got lucky.
Rip. Well, still plenty of racing left to be had. You don't know when. Probably. It usually is. So I guess we're going to stack it back up here. Just as Elite caught the 1, he was literally on his back spoiler, and that's probably great news if your name is UK. So everyone coming back on pits from the pit stops. Basically now we are reset, and Nathan, if you can, let me know what lap it is.
It is lap 71.
Is that for you or for them?
For me.
So they're on lap 72. All right, cool. So they are just about halfway. So, yeah, basically everyone can make it in one more stop. This is a pretty clean race from here. Basically, go as long as you want or as long as you dare, depending on how you want to look at it. Then you can just go from there and have it in a one-stop. The Forest Cyber trying to gain a little bit of ground, but we have a big kerfuffle going on back here. We're at 3 wide here at New Hampshire, and the 18 of UK, oh my god, getting all kinds of destroyed, and now he is getting ran up the road. The same thing with the 48 Terrell, but coming off of turn 2, oh my goodness, probably the biggest gainer out of all of that has to have been WRX Mike, who is now within the top 10, and he is below the 18 of UK right there. Oh my goodness, big moves right there. But hey, that is just how crazy things can be when depending on how much you want to really just throw it on down. But hey, that's New Hampshire right there. Still 2 cars left, DNFing out of this race, Hunty and Freedom Flyer. But, so this is very interesting here, as you see the Terrell. What happened to him? He had absolutely sunk like a stone. Well, I mean, actually, I do know. That was rhetorical. I do know what happened right there. So I know knowing Terrell, he is going to be aggressive to try to get that position back. Battle for the lead, though. The 1 has company. The 24, basically that caution did nothing if you were the 24, because he was already right there. If anything, that helped the 19 of Blakey T as well as the 4 of Cyber. Mopower teammates. It is the GMI, PMR, and Mopower trio up here, much like it's been all season long. In fact, actually, going over to the team standings, GMI actually has a 45-point lead over the rest of the teams. So it's up to them to kind of step up their competition in order to try to close out on the team standings here. The 1, though, still having the benefit of P1 with 24 P2, Cyber P3, and Blake T P4, but we see Locris up into P5. That is the in-car 48. Let's go back on board with Bass, who has Story Square for company right below him. The 74 of Bass does have the high side momentum, but the 37 will have not as good of a exit right there, and he will maintain a P7, I do believe? P6, 7. But the 18 is going to boot him out of the way. Oh my goodness, that was a hyper-aggressive move by the 18. I can imagine he's probably driving a little angry. I'm sure a lot of these drivers are, honestly. But it's very unfortunate that, you can see that Bass was not too happy. He was swinging, he was aiming. The 48 getting, really out of shape right there. That's going to allow the 37 to kind of close in a little bit. That is going to be for P5. P6 is Story Square. P7 is UK. P8 is Bass. P9 is going to be Terrell. P10 will be Shackett, who is on the lead lap again. Is Packers also on the lead lap or no? Do you know?
No.
He is on the lead lap?
No, Xander lapped him as he was wrecking.
Oh, that is the worst case scenario if your name is Packers. Because not only did he get put a lap down, but currently he's sitting P14 currently out of all these drivers, with 2 DNFs being the only drivers behind him. We do have 3 cars on the lead lap right here. Should there be a caution, the 12 will actually be the lucky dog, with Agent Orange being right behind him. So that is P12, 13, and 14, with Packers being the caboose on that train. WRX Mike, though, having a good run in the early part of this run, not so much now, as he is now behind, and it really actually hitting the wall right there. So definitely that is not what he wants to see. 48, though, also getting really out of sorts, as we see the 18 getting past both him and Story Square. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, I must have missed that. The 48 and the 37, no love lost right there. Having really a little bit of contact right there. The 37 is going to throw it on down. The 48 is still there, but that top 4 is still in a line with that 18 finally going to be able to be set free a little bit. That caution was gorgeous if your name was Mopower Cat. So it looks like the adjustments were perfect for Cyber and Blakey T, and all they needed was basically to just not be in a battle and to just have a shot at the dub. Currently, every one of the top 4 has won a race this season. We should be talking about how this is race 6, and we've had 4 different winners out of the 5 completed races so far this season. Technically, out of all of the duels included, we have had different winners. With Nathan, you actually won a duel, and so did UK. So technically, out of all of the races that we've had so far this season, whether it's points paying or not, we have had 6 different winners, and that's insane. But of course, when the season starts, we only care about the points paying positions or points paying races. Currently, the top 4 has won a race. Basically, everyone back has yet to do that. The only other driver that has won in that field has been, like I said, the aid of Agent Orange, who unfortunately is a lap down. But you are actually right behind Liam right there, so that is going to be a good battle in order to get back onto the Lucky Dog. In fact, actually, the Six of Packers is closing on both of you. So knowing how Liam operates, he's going to be fighting hard because there is a legit race happening right here. This is the battle for the Lucky Dog, but also a battle for position. It's very unlucky if your name's Mike because he is caught in the middle of this, and he probably doesn't want to be. So I guess as we are halfway through this race in this current juncture, I am going to take a hot break for a hot second. I'm going to be on board with Elite Precision, who's sitting P2, so we'll be able to see the top four as we just cycle on through. I'll be right back. Fun fact, actually, did you guys know that out of all of the drivers that have been putting in for every single race so far, has yet to miss a race, there's only been, so far, only 4 drivers, including the duels, that has finished top 10 in every single race. Nathan, are you busy?
Drivers?
Only 4 drivers. Can you name them?
Top 10 every race?
Top 10 every single race.
Well, you've already named 2 of them earlier with Xander and Elite. Top 10.
Yeah, can you name the other 2? Was what? I'm sorry.
Am I one of them?
You are one of them. Yes.
One more. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna say Packers.
Actually, yes, you do. You are correct. Those are the only 4 drivers that have finished top 10 in every single race so far. Cyber was the closest to becoming number 5, but he finished P11 at Chicagoland, barely missing out on that top 10.
And didn't Cyber skip a race?
He did not skip a race. No, he started every race.
I was thinking UK. UK skipped a race.
UK, yes, he has skipped a race. He has put in for last place points at Watkins Glen just this past week. Yeah. But yes, yeah, those 4 drivers are the only drivers that have completed a top 10 every single race so far this season, and I guess technically, I mean, that is why they're so far up in points, because, I mean, all those 4 are 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 7th in the standings. Now, of course, where they finish the top 10 is what matters, and where they kind of shuffle on through right there. But that is still something that is honestly to be celebrated. Now, can you name the only... Well, I guess this is probably cheating. I guess kind of like a test if you've been actually paying attention. Can you name the only person that has finished top 5 in every single race?
Xander.
No.
I mean, Elite.
Yes. And that's because I kind of spoiled it already, saying that he's finished on the podium every single race. Speaking of podium...
Xander finished 7th at podium.
Yes, that's what kind of did him in right there. But speaking of the podium, we have 5 drivers literally within spitting distance of each other right now. The 24 is literally grinding the one's spoiler, trying to get on past. On past the leader right here. It's like I said, it's so hard to pass cleanly. Of course, you can just knock a fool out of the way, but just expect it in return, So it's just kind of like one of those things. But yeah, this is exactly what we want to see right here in the MRL Cup Series. The level of parity between these drivers is insane. The competition level has only increased from last year. I mean, definitely. As we get closer and closer to the second half of the season, where the relegation line is going to matter, we actually have a driver that is not in this field and did not put in for last place points that is in the top 10. That is Kalen. I'll tell you what, though. Story Square, he's missed a couple races by putting in for last place points. He missed just one straight up at Richmond. But Kalen's at 705 points with Story Square's 535. Now, of course, that gap is not going to be ground out in the span of one race, but Kalen will now be P10 in the standings, with Broadcaster Clay actually being risen to P9. So I'm sure if he's watching, he's happy about that. But yeah, then that'll be Kalen that will be on the cut line with Story Square right below to try to get into that top 10. And why I'm saying that's such an important thing is that's the relegation line. Anyone below drops down to lights come at the end of the season. Blakey T actually, interestingly enough, I actually just saw the corner of my eye, lets the 18 go. I'm sure there's a little bit of communication going on between the Mopowa camp, which I should mention now that out of the top 5, 3 of them are Mopowa, so they are having a wonderful night here. Yes, the relegation line is getting closer and closer, and depending on how many more races that drivers just can't race, or if they just don't want to race personally, then that gap is only going to grind on out. Interesting, though, how all this is kind of shaking out now. The 37, the 37 of Story Square and the 74 of Bassbuck, they are just not having a good day between you. They are just absolutely just beating and banging right there, coming out. Yep, right here. You can tell that the 74 is absolutely livid with the 37, getting really agitated. The 37 though, just looks like probably carrying on over from from Watkins Glen probably. In fact, you can see that bump right there. The 37 kind of bumps the 74 on out of the way. This may actually, yeah, the 74 is showing his displeasure. This is all the way down the front stretch. We actually see 2 new DNFs, by the way. I should point that out. Looks like the 22 as well as the 12 have both DNF out of this race. So we started with 17. Now we're down to 13. Interesting. I don't know who left before who, but hey, that's a spot for some of them. 19 got back by the 18 right here with one more stop left in this strategy. When do you want to come on down? Nathan, help me out here.
I mean, I guess it depends on what position you're in. Depending on if you're like fighting someone or not, you may want to run it all the way out and get 4, or split it in half.
Well, we should be coming up close to where these guys would split in half, correct?
Yeah.
Could you, next time around, could you let me know what lap we are on so I can kind of just estimate from there?
I am on 103, so Xander's on 104.
And essentially the pit window will be opening up here in a couple laps. So how many more laps of field do you have?
I have 13 laps.
Yeah, so essentially there's going to be a little bit of like over-under on 10 laps of I can imagine. Looks like Terrell got into a little bit back there. Heard the wall. Looks like the 74 was able to get back on by. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, lagging out is never fun, Liam. I can imagine. But hey, congrats. It was a good battle between you guys right there. In fact, Am I mistaken, or is Packers now the lucky dog?
Packers is now the lucky dog. Old man Packers done put it to me.
Well, unfortunately, this may be curtains for his top 10 streak, unless a caution comes on out to kind of complete this race. I don't think it will, with how, well, I mean, I should probably get off the Packers because I said that last time. But yeah, that is very interesting. So let's kind of go on through the field just for a hot second. So we already know our top 5, which is currently led by Xander. Then P2 is Elite, P3 is Cyber, P4 is actually UK, so it looks like he got backed by Blakey T. Lil Chris here in P6. Well, if you have clips, send them. So that's P6 for Lil Chris. Then we got to go back to our second pack, wherever they are. Come on. There they are. To the 37 of Story Square in P7. P8 is, well, I guess Basswood's kind of trading that spot right there. Terrell right there in P9. And then you have... right.
Mike and 10.
Yeah,
Packers
Mike and 10.
11.
Yeah. Packers in 11th and you in
Myself.
P12.
Yep, and Shaq in
Shaq.
13.
I thought Shaq was on the lead lap.
I guess he pit. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. Really early. That is really early. He may not be able to make it. In terms of tires, at least, because he's going to be put to the absolute edge. But you know what? Maybe he's brewing a concoction that I'm too low level brain for. Need to like modify my skull in order to harness the big brain energy. But
he didn't pit because he's still losing time to me. So I don't know what happened.
Does he say +1? You said he's behind you, right? In terms of
Yeah.
So you're in P12, he's in 13.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's losing time.
Interesting.
So he didn't pit.
Interesting. Well. How the tables have turned. Okay, well, I was wondering about that because I thought Shaq was on the lead lap. My bad. Either way, though, we look over to our lead as UK passes another one. So we have 37 is probably the first one to come on down. It's probably to his benefit because he wanted to get out of the 74's way. In fact, this is probably the best way to do it by short stopping and making sure that he can actually get on through by just logging some fast laps and get away from the lap trap, or not lap traffic, the traffic just in general. Let's see here. No other takers currently. There goes the 37 coming out of the pits. The 43 maybe stopping this time. Nope, he was just extremely low. No one else coming on down this time, interestingly enough. What's also very interesting is that the 48 of Lil Chris has yet to not really made a big dent on the top 5. The 24 of Elite is actually dropped, or has been dropped by the 1. It's actually falling into the clutches of the 18. But pit stops are right around the corner for all of these guys. And honestly, Nathan, with something like this where we're only getting close to our pit stop, I'd be want to be the one to stop earlier rather than later, because you can log off some fast laps on fresh tires and potentially gain a few tenths, because especially in New Hampshire where tires do mean a lot.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the 4 is going to signal, so maybe he's actually listening. I actually never know if Cyber's actually watching the races as they actually happen, but he is going to be the first one coming on down, so that has to grab the attention of all the rest of the top 5. Knowing that, hey, we have a person coming on down, we can actually lose some time right here. So the 24 of Elite, I would expect him to come on down this time. We'll have to see, though. Maybe the 1's going to... No, the 1's going to be the first one to come on down. Same thing with the 18. The 18 is going to come on down, and the 24 did not signal. So the 24 is going to try to go for the over-under. The 1 is going to be... No, the 1's not going to be pitting, but the 18 will, though, and he is coming on down. So the 1 with maybe the fake to try to get the 24 thinking. but he does have the 43 of Shackett right behind him. So he has to watch those fakes because for all Shackett knows, never mind, they're both gonna be pitting. So yeah, for all the one knows, the 43 is going to be just staying on out an extra lap. But looks like the one is going to be coming on down. There he goes, and the 24 will be released, but he's on worn tires. The 1 and the 19 both come on down. We have the 4 Cyber, who is the first one to come on down pit road. We're going to be looking for the 18 now this time to see where he comes on out. There is his teammate right there. And not so much of a long exit of pit road, because honestly, it's really just quick. I mean, it's a quick shift up through the gears and suddenly off a turn until you're back up to full speed. So not like a huge loss, but you can see just the tenths that the 4 gained by pitting 1 extra lap. We're going to be on board with the 4 for another lap right here, because we're going to be seeing the 24 come on down this time. So there we go. There they are. And look at everyone else coming on out. There's a 19 of Blakey T going to be getting passed right there. 19 of Blakey T getting that done. Now there's the 18 that is going to be dropped. So it looks like he was a little bit too conservative coming onto pit road or something or other. So let's go on board the 1. Well, I should probably actually stay. You know what? Let's stay on board with the 4. Because I want to see where the 24 of Elite comes on out right here, comparatively speaking. So the 24 just exited the pits, and right there, you can see that the 19 of Blake D is going to be battling with all these guys, and the 24 just lost so much time by staying on out that extra lap. Now he's going to be battling with them, and that is news. Beautiful, beautiful concerto of music to the one's ears. Nathan, how are you doing?
Just holding up the rear.
Well, I mean, you're in P12, right? So you're not the rear.
Yeah. Logging laps. This was the one race I knew I just wanted to get in, get out, make all my laps, try not to crash.
Well, I mean, you did crash, but, I mean...
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you did crash, but it's one of those things. Looking on the schedule, though, I mean, I know you're going to be happy about this one. Auto Club's next week.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 24 is really roughing up the 19 of Blake T in order to get on pass. Oh, I think he almost hit the wall right there. Going to be blocking the 19. I'm sure he's not going to be, the 19 is going to be too happy with that. May rough him on up right here. The 19 goes high, but the 24 has the rotation and will get the power down. But the 24, yep, there he goes. Now the 19 is going to look low, having the high side momentum. Will he dive it on down, or will he just kind of follow? He does kind of follow. Same thing with the 18. The 24 has the longer run speed, but right now he's getting caught up in traffic. This is now we kind of saw this in real life Xfinity tonight, where coming on out in lap traffic or behind lap traffic was detrimental to Justin Allgaier's race. Of course, it didn't quite mean a whole lot in the end because Ty Gibbs had such a good car. But at the end of the day, you always want to ideally come on out in front of traffic as opposed to in it or behind it. And this is exactly what the 24 of Elite just did right there. The 4 side with a mean block. In fact, he's going to get set up the road because of that. The 24 getting aggressive with the 4 Cyber and just kind of tosses him around right there. A little bit of a touch and off he goes. Well, I guess, I mean, to be fair, I know what Elite's thought process is. He's been abused for the win. I mean, of course, Nathan, you remember this. A couple of weeks ago, literally the name of the game was, what would you do for a win? He finished P2 3 different times to that mentality. So definitely, I can imagine how the aggressiveness has to be worked its way on up here for a little bit. But you can see just the fruits of that. Even for, it was only like 4 laps, but the one of Xander, let's actually go on board with him for a hot second. I went the wrong way. I could have just hit X. There we go. There's the 1, and the 24 is still trying to get around the 20 or the 43 of Shackett. So as he's entering turn 3, the 19 of Blakey T is also battling with him as well. So now the 18, now this is just a battle going on between all of these guys and how they want to approach it. The 24 of Elite his race is essentially being ruined by, I mean, racing. It's just one of those things. And it's so hard to pinpoint it throughout the race. Like, obviously, we can look back on it and be like, ah, that was it. That was that moment right there. I think by Elite staying out not 1, but 2 extra laps, comparatively speaking to the 1, that's what did him in. 19 of Blakey T is right there, the 24. The 43 of Shackett not giving any room as well. He is on the high side, so now the 19 is free to run with the 24. The 43 is racing these guys for some odd reason, but you know, whatever. And I'm sure that's why the 19 is just like, dude, come on, what are you doing? Yeah, so 19 is trying to chase on down the 24, and there he goes, getting on past the 43. The 18 now is going to be next up, but I think it's too little too late, Nathan. I think unless Xander screws up, this is win number 3 for him.
Yeah, I don't know who second place is, but on my little mini map, I see the 1 behind me, and then a big gap, and then what looks like 4 or 5 cars together.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching right now. That is the 24 of Elite P2, the 19 of Blakey T P3, the 18 of UK P4, and Cyber bringing up this little train right here. But like I said, that was the price. I mean, we look back and be like, oh, that was it. That was that moment. That was him staying out 2 extra laps. That's what put him back here in this pack. 19 actually giving way to the 18 right here. Looks like the 18 will have the benefit of the low side. What am I missing?
I started spinning and spun right into pit road, got a speeding penalty.
Well, I mean, I guess that's one way to do it. I guess you have to get that you have to get that quota of speeding.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Here's my top 10 streak.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, so same thing with Packers.
Not that this was the straw that broke the camel's back from that. It was the whole race.
Yeah, I mean, but that's New Hampshire. That's exactly why it's on the schedule. It's a tricky track. I mean, it's meant to be there because it tests your track knowledge and skill level. I mean, because it is a driver's track. Like I said, it's very much a big Martinsville. And we're seeing those that are good at Martinsville up here at the front. UK, Elite, and Xander have all won at Martinsville at different points in their careers here in MRL. And here we are, yet again, seeing them up here in 1, 2, 3, in that order. The 18, though, is actually starting to butter up the 24 here. Maybe actually we may be seeing a little bit of maybe championship implications here. If that 18 can get past, the 24 and the 1 both have laps led, meaning if the 18 does finish P2 and Elite finishes P3, a little bit of contact between the 24 and the 18. Basically, the 18 is just letting him know, hey, I'm there and I want that position. You better step up the pace or I'm gonna get around you. That's the Dale Earnhardt 1 tap. What was it? It was 1 tap for saying I'm there, 2 tap for, all right, you're in the way, 3 tap, you're gone.
Something like that.
So we'll have to see how that's going to shake on out because the 19's also there. The more that hypothetically, I should go back on with my topic here. If the 18 does finish in P2, the difference between points-wise, Xander and Elite in P1 and P3 will be 10 points. Meaning the original gap of 19 points will be brought down to 9 entering next week at Auto Club, which is very much a draft track. But it's also a fun track. It's very, very intricate, honestly, how that works on out. Auto Club's always a lot.
I can't wait for Auto Club.
Is Elite the MVP of the circuit? Actually, no, because he's at P2. The MVP of this circuit is actually Xander Zidell right now. RS Meatwagon, in case you don't know that name. He is out and away, currently like half a front stretch ahead, and if we do actually count in terms of not fast laps, most laps led, he would have the most laps led because of where he is right now. Oh, there's Sauce. Look at Sauce lurking. As soon as I said Auto Club, getting all bricked up over there. Let's see here. Probably. I'm not going to repeat that comment, but probably.
I can only imagine what kind of stuff Sauce is saying.
It's Liam, actually, but... let's see.
Liam, too.
Yeah, Liam, too. I'm kind of just surfing on through right now. It's just, we are cycling on through the remaining, if I'm counting my laps correctly, 20 laps of this race?
I just took 17 to go, which means Xander's taking 13 to go, I think.
You're 4 laps down?
3 laps down, but he just crossed.
Okay, so 13 to go. Really, the only battle right here is for P2. Everyone else is pretty spread on out. Ooh, 19 of Blake D gets crazy loose off of 2 right there. Kind of offers a little bit of respite for both the 18 and the 24. The 18 with a good run. Look at this. You're going to be seeing him get, well, maybe it's not as good as I thought. Never mind. Never mind. I guess just strike that. I should also mention, they are both catching the 1. Unless the 1 screws up, hits the wall, spins, or whatever, I think it will be too little too late. But they are closing. So, depending on... I don't know if Mike's watching this. Depending on how much Mike bothers the 1, that is going to be the next thing. Ooh, lead actually hits the wall right there. There's going to be an opportunity for the 18 of UK to try to poke his nose on the outside. So you can see that the 18, difference in lines right here. A little bit higher entry, but look at that exit right there. Coming on off of 2, going to be gaining. He's going to do anything with it? No, the 24 launches it down into the corner. In fact, he's going to take that line, but the 18 is actually able to rotate it just a little bit more. It looks like the 24 maybe a little bit tight coming off at least turn 2. Of course, turn 2 and turn 4 are actually very different, even though it's shaped the same. In terms of like your braking points and all that, the 18 by hitting the 24 right there, which didn't quite register on our screen, it does on theirs. You can get crazy tight. So yeah, depending on how much the 88 bothers the 1 here in the final 10 laps of this.
10 to
go. You just took 10 to go?
But Spotter said that's 10 to go. Xander's taking 9 right now.
9 to go. Possibly, this may be not quite over, because that is IRL Brothers right here. The 88 of... Actually, let's go on board with. Hang on, I want to see what's going on with Sawyer Square and Bass. Are they even close to each other? God, no. All right, well, glad that drama's over. Let's see here. Where is the 88? There he is. This is IRL Brothers for the 24 right here. The 88 of WRX Mike may throw his brother a bone and may bother the 1 here to try to hold up going a lap down. We'll have to see, though, because it's going to be a losing battle, honestly, because the 1 has such a gap over the 24. Like, you'd have to hold him up for literally the rest of this race, and even then, there may not be enough time for the 24 or the 18 and yada 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 to close up the gap. Let's see, though, because 7 to go this time. The race is at its end. Basically, whatever you have, you're just throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks. So all of these tires are gone. The drivers that have that pit the latest are obviously on the best rubber. So the 24 is actually the car that pit the latest. You can see why he's closing in on the 1 right here. But like I said, I don't think it'll mean a whole lot when it comes to the end of this race. The 18 is there. He's going to look down low, but nothing quite to be done about that. The 24 is planting his car exactly where he needs to, which is exactly where it takes in order to make a pass around here. The 18 looking low, but he crossed that seam there on the front groove, and he gets a little brush of the wall, just a kiss. As you can see, just in front, the one was actually able to close, or not close, pass the 88. So, well, I guess we don't have to worry about that, Nathan. 5 to go this time?
1 second. Yep.
Touch to the 24 right there. The 18 is there. He's letting the 24 know, hey, I want that spot. So 4 to go for our leader this time. We're going to be on board with the 18 as the 19 of Blakey T is right behind. The 18 is starting to throw it in there. This is the battle right here that we're seeing. The 88 is looking down low, letting these leaders go on past. Very tip of the hat moment to him. But the 18 washes up the corner, going to try to get a good exit. You can actually see that he does, but he barely manages to avoid the pit road exit entry. So that's probably why he was a little bit kerfuffled right there. The 88, though, he is. I can tell he spins it. He spins it. The 88's spun. Oh my goodness, that could be what Packers needed. He may. Oh, never mind. He's like half a track behind. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, rip. There goes that dream. Well, the top 10 streak is what I was talking about.
I figured.
Yeah, the top 10 streak will be coming to an end for Packers. But the winning streak for Xander, as we are coming to the white flag this time. Did I just go past him? Of course I did. Going to the white flag this time. This will be 3 in a row. One more time around this joint. The one has been putting all of his effort into catching the 24 in points, and he's doing a great job at it so far. With just another half lap to go around. Ooh, a little bit flaunty right there with that little move to the backstretch right there. 19 of Blake T video gaming it, wall riding around the top side. But nothing to no avail. The 1 will get win number 3 of the season. The 24 will finish P2 with a net gain of 5 points, bringing the gap down to 14 for the regular title. 37 coming on around. No need to worry about the 74. I don't even know where the 74 is right now, honestly. For some of these drivers, this is the race to forget, but for some, this may have just switched their championship hopes on. Some with tempers, some not. Let's find out now with the Discord. Tried to Larson. Yep, that's what Blakey T said right there. I saw that. Hey, you know what? It almost worked. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of anger. I mean, it's New Hampshire. I mean, you kind of have to expect it, right? That there will be contact. Someone will move you out of the way. I mean, but it's not really seeing a whole lot of people mad at each other. Hey, you know what? Kudos to you guys. Okay. Of course, as we go on and invite our top podium guys up in here, fastest lap goes to Lil Chris with a 28.6. That's a little interesting time. 28.6. Holy God, that's a blistering. Holy God. Let's exit out of here and get our podium guys up here.
Xander has 28.6.
20.6, what? Because Locus was 6.29, I do believe. That's funny. All right, I think you saw what I saw.
Yep.
All right, so let's get our top 3 up in here. And I will mute myself for a hot second. I'll be right back. All right. So they are added. And of course, as we wait for our podium guys to get up here, let's go through our results. Um, Xander, of course, P1, Elite P2, Mopile Cat P3, we all know that. Blake D P4, Cyber P5, Lil Chris P6, excellent debut for the Cup Series for him. Story Square P7, Basswap P8, Terrell P9, WRX Mike P10. I shouldn't mention that WRX Mike has 5 bonus points for leading a lap, so that's a good job for finishing P10 and also getting that 5 bonus points. B11 belongs to Packers, unfortunately breaking that top 10 streak. Justin Shag at P12, Agent Orange as well breaking that top 10 streak in P13. And then we go to our DNFs with Liam, Napier, Freedom Flyer, and Hunty in that order, which funnily enough, or not funny, I guess we should look at it like that. Hunty finished P17, meaning our last place points earners for tonight. Clay, BS will be 18th and 19th depending on their times. Yeah, that's our full results. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about our podium guys. New Hampshire is definitely a big Martinsville, or at least that's what I've been thinking, at least this entire time. Watch you guys be like, oh no, it's not. Yeah, definitely, I think it's a big paperclip. It's a lot of fun, but it's so hard to pass cleanly. Of course, you can just bulldoze your way through the field, but it's just one of those things. Let's talk to our P3 earner here. That is, of course, Kyle Bush. UK, you started almost dead last. Not quite there. You're one above that. I do believe it's P16. You finished P3. Excellent job.
I guess.
All right, good talk.
What
So,
questions you got?
what questions? I mean, well, shoot. I mean, what do you want me to ask you?
Anything.
Okay. How was your day?
I was watching. Terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. Um, well, I mean, honestly, like my day was pretty all right. Honestly, thank you for asking. But
I'm
you
acting like
know,
cowboy, so
okay,
don't take
fine.
it personal.
Okay, totally. All right. Well, definitely P16 is where you started. You had a good points haul going into tonight, or out of tonight, I should say. You started the day P8 in the standings, and I can only tell that you are going to go up in terms of that here. Definitely, out of all the drivers that had bad days in front of you, Agent Orange, one of them, WRX Mike had a rough day. Same thing with Packers. Definitely points to be earned right there. Um, you have said that the championship run unfortunately is dead, but there is still plenty to race for. What do you think on that?
I'm just here for wins and practice for other leagues.
No, well, there we go. I
New
guess
Hampshire's coming up in another league for me, so that's why I'm here.
I'm glad that I'm just a springboard. Yes, with that, UK had a
And
good run.
then see me wreck, see me get wrecked at least.
Yes, I thought it was funny.
Oh, you thought it was funny?
Yeah, because you had nothing to do with it. You were just there.
Yeah, so I put like Harvick last week at Indy. I was gonna, I'm not gonna say it, but I was just thinking in my head what he said in his head.
You were just minding your business and was just like, all right, well, all right, cool.
And I
But
know who got me, so I gave him a little bump back, both of them.
But yeah, you had a excellent run there in P3. I don't think you led a lap, unfortunately, so no 5 bonus points for that. But definitely, a New Hampshire is a good, always a good track for you. Like I said, it's a big Martinsville, and you are always good at Martinsville.
Yeah, debatable.
All right. Well, either way, let's go over to just one person. Funnily enough, all three of you guys are literally three drivers from each other. William Byron is actually just to the right of Kyle Busch, so all you need to click over once, and then our winners just 2 clicks to the left of that. So funny how that works out. Elite, you. Funny stat. I don't know if you ever watched the broadcast during the race. You have never finished directly in front or right behind Xander until tonight. So you guys have always been like separated by at least one person, and that almost happened again tonight. Look to me. that you were really good on the short run, but just lacked a little bit of that long run. You had the extreme long run speed, but that little interim period was a little bit of a shortcoming. What do you think on that? Am I right or am I wrong?
You right when it came to like the short run and the middle run. Like once I got my adjustments in, I feel like I was really fast. I was actually shocked how quick I was catching him before that caution happened. I kind of wish he would have went green. And then, we had that restart, and I was staying with him the whole run, and it seemed like he had like a really, really good car on a very long run, and he started like chipping away. I just couldn't put the power down, and then I try to go a lap further just so I can have some fresher tires because tires is everything here, and so I did the overcut, and man, I wasn't expecting to lose two positions, but I did. So I had to work hard to get by Cyber and UK, and I think it was, and then was making up. I was making time, and then the 43 just decided to race the second place person hard, even though he was already a lap down. I got real loose, not loose. I don't know. He was just there and kind of got into him, and it cost me some time. I just don't understand why live traffic is just like that. But it was gonna be close, though. I'm not sitting here saying I was gonna win if that didn't happen, but it was gonna be close. I could have been closer, but yeah, I'm tired of losing to the one.
Well, I'll tell you what. Auto Club is up next. To kind of skip over for a hot second of what I was going to be talking about. Auto Club's next. You have had great runs at Auto Club before. I mean, definitely. I'll admit, going a couple weeks back, the points was a completely different game. Just to even go back after race two, or not race two, race three, it was 49. Then it dropped to 34, and then 19, and now after this race, it's 14. Uh, Definitely. I mean, there has to be some kind of upswing. What track are you looking forward to in the future? Saying that this is it. This is right here.
I don't think it's one that I mean it's some tracks that we kind of passed already that I feel like I could have won and didn't come away with the victory. I mean I've been losing points since the second race of the season, so that's why I be mad when I don't come away with these wins because especially when I'm losing to the one because he's gaining points on me. So it's like I gotta when I don't come away with the win, it's upsetting. But um, yeah, I don't know what track is gonna be next when it comes to like being able to get the win. But we just gotta see. I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll. I know you, Elite. I'm sure you'll figure it out. But right now, I mean, your podium streak continues. I mean, for you to only still be 14 points back, I mean, that speaks volumes to both you and the one. With how consistent you two are, so it's gonna be a battle, and I'm sure you will figure it out, and I'm sure the one will do everything in his power to stop you from doing that.
Yeah, hopefully I can um get a streak going of winning instead of podiums. I mean, hopefully I can start extending my points lead again after this race.
Well, there we go. As we move on to our winner here, congrats P2, by the way. Xander, another win, three in a row. As you just heard from Elite, he's looking for a chance to get back on the winning side of things here, and you're doing. And to kind of play devil's advocate, you're doing everything that you're doing in order to stop him. You know, you want to win a championship too.
Yeah. Obviously, well, of course, and thank you, Penn. Yeah, he's gonna do everything he can, and he leads a great race car driver. So we're just gonna try and keep winning races. New Hampshire today wasn't as good as I mean, it's obviously a great way that it finished, but definitely was not as fast as some of these other guys. So I need to go back to the drawing board on that one. Thought we came with a great setup, and it just was really good 30 laps into the run and struggled to start off it. So I pretty much held everyone up after the caution for about 30 laps and then pulled away by a second. And then I don't know what happened with pit stops and everything, and then was able to get 3 seconds, and then still they kind of gained on me at the end. So we'll see what we can do on that one. The car was not as fast as Xfinity Air, but it was pretty good, and it was able to drive the distance for me. I'm going to pull the Ty Gibbs card and say thanks to Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Lee. 14 points is what separates you two now, and that's only been coming down since after race 2 of the season. What is there a track that you have circled that would be like, you know what, I know for sure I can make a huge swing at this?
Well, I thought it was today, but you know, I really thought that New Hampshire would have been the kind of the turning point. But looking ahead now, I would definitely say the Charlotte Roval. Coming up, we got so many good racetracks for Elite, and not really for me. Auto Club, I just cannot stand Auto Club, and I'm really not good there. So we'll see what we can do there. Texas is iffy, and then I just suck at Charlotte on the oval. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully, just salvage some finishes there, and then try to go to the Roval, where hopefully you can try and get on a nice little win streak with Charlotte and Gateway, and then you got Talladega. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, I guess there we go. We have the championship protagonists both saying their words right there. I just want to say, like I said, I watched the stream back. I've been talking about stats this entire race, but you two have just been on it when it comes to both of you pushing each other. And I know it's quickly becoming a 2-horse championship fight. Of course, technically, Cyber is still in it. Same thing with Blakey T as well. But you two are primarily the championship protagonists, and you two just keep pushing each other to new heights. That's awesome to see.
Yeah, hopefully I pushed myself to being ahead of him. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's been fun.
It's been awesome, yeah. Racing against the Elite's been awesome this year, so this season. So hopefully it will continue, and hopefully it will come down more to the wire and see who can try and get it. Probably Elite with a stretch of races. So we'll see. Also, I want to give a couple of shout outs. I want to give a shout out to my awesome crew chief, Liam Carciofini, who decided that after the game screwed him over and lagged him out, he's just going to spot for me, which was very annoying. But good, thanks you, Liam. Brandon, shout out to Brandon. He sucked today, and he was really pissed off with everyone because everyone was hitting him. Who else do I have to shout out? Shout out to you, Patton. You work your ass off. I'm going to say ass. I don't care. It's fine with me. Hopefully not points like Dale Jr. Hats off to you, Patton. You work your damn tail off doing what you do. Who else am I shouting out? I'm shouting out my mom, because she's my mom. I swear to God. Oh, shout out to Nathan, because Nathan let me go. Unlike some other people. Great racing with everyone. There's something else I'm forgetting. There has to be something. I don't know. Who cares? Oh, I can't wait for the custom setup league. There you go. Thank you. Now, shout out to Monster. Shout out to 7-Eleven. Shout out to, who else am I sponsored by? Jesus Christ. I'm sponsored by Gear Wrench. I'm running that scheme soon, hopefully. Yeah. There you go. Thank you, Pat.
Well, there we go. After ordering my DoorDash, and it's probably going to be here by now. In the time.
What'd you order?
I didn't.
7-Eleven?
Never mind. Never mind. It was a joke. It was just saying how long that was. But
oh, I was gonna say 7-Eleven, man. You got to DoorDash something from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, totally,
you got the best Slurpees, the best pizzas ever.
The gas station sushi.
Yeah. Make sure you get a Monster too when you do that.
Totally. But we're going to close on out here for our coverage here at New Hampshire. Always a fun track at the Magic Mile. Always a fun time. Like I said, we are looking at a championship battle on our hands unfolding. Race 6 is already done, and race 7 is going to be next week. That is going to be a fun one, honestly. At I was just looking at it. What was the schedule? Yeah, Auto Club. I was talking about it. Auto Club. One of my personal favorite tracks. So I'm going to have a lot of fun covering that. Fun fact: that was actually the first MRL race was at Auto Club, and the Cup cars are finally. Cyber won it, so I'm sure he's just like, writing that one down.
Shouldn't have won it.
Well, okay, but I'll save it for after after we're done. But we're going to close on out here tonight. Congrats, Sandra, on the win, Elite P2, UK P3, and Nathan for as being our permanent, I guess, in race reporter. So with that, we're going to close on out, and we'll see you in the next one.